to Mission Minute News. I'm Dominican Sister of Mission San Jose, Jean Harris. News from India Central Province. St. Patrick Dental Clinic, Indore. St. Patrick Dental Clinic in the city of Indore was founded by Irish brother Aidan Courtney, SVD, more than 50 years ago. The clinic was a success and in a short time became famous. Brother Aidan passed away in 1999, but other SVD confreres have maintained the project. Today, Father Michael Pragrasham, surgeon and university professor, and Brother Kalaimani Paujraj, orthodontist, worked in the clinic. The young SVD priest, Slivaraj Naningama, is studying to be a dentist so that he too can come aboard. India Central is eco-friendly. The India Central Province has made great efforts to become eco-sustainable. Most of its institutions have solar panels to generate electricity and hot water, and the fallen leaves, with the help of worms, are turned into fertile compost, which is used as organic fertilizer to produce vegetables and fruits. The province's coordinator for the environment, Father Prasad Kurivali, recently organized an eco-spirituality retreat for confreres, religious, and laity. Go green, India Central. Last foreign SVD in India. In 1961, Austrian brother Herbert Reich was assigned to Indore, Central Province of India. Since then, he has worked at the Sat Prakshar Press, one of the last presses of the congregation still in operation. Brother Herbert's last visit to his home country was in the 1970s. He says traveling is a waste of time and money. His whole life can be summed up in 2 words: work and prayer. In addition to his work with printing, Brother Herbert carries out an apostolate of selling rosaries, books, and religious images, making himself graciously available to his customers. Brother Herbert is highly regarded by his community and staff as a good and faithful servant of the Lord. 22 novices professed. First vows ceremony on October 9th at the SVD novitiate in Khurda, Central India, saw the profession of 22 novices in the presence of over 50 priests, a good number of religious women and men, and many family members and local laity. The novices discerned their vocations through the promptings of the Holy Spirit, joyfully accepting Jesus' invitation to follow him. The men were guided and accompanied by their novice master, Father Emmanuel Farghese, SVD. Main celebrant of the Eucharist, Archbishop Emeritus Leo Cornelio, SVD, stressed the importance of being joyful religious. Officiating the vows ceremony, Provincial Father Joman James, SVD, welcomed the new members of the Arnoldus family, giving voice to the grateful hearts of all attending. Congratulations to the novices, and may God bless your continuing formation. The Being a Woman Project offers retreat. The Being a Woman Project was born as a response to our congregational charism and to accompany in a special way the situation of women and their families in the borderless mission of the Church. Toward that end, in 2016, the Holy Spirit Sisters began a presence in Bariloche, Argentina, and in 2020, a new mission on the outskirts of the city of Neuquén shares Sister Maria Busso, SSPS. The aim of Being a Woman is to create gathering spaces where women can share and celebrate life to the fullest. These are workshops, Women's Day and Mother's Day celebrations, mateadas, from the word mate, that is a drink and also a symbol of meeting and sharing, outings, and an annual retreat. During the pandemic years, the retreat could not take place, but this year it was offered to women from Bariloche and Neuquén, affording them the opportunity to talk and share their lives with other women and gather strength for daily life in support of one another. Some 50 women gathered on October 8 and 9 in Bariloche. From the book of Ruth, they shared about interculturality, being a migrant, intergenerationality, God's action in daily life, God's call through the needs of others, knowing God through another woman, sisterhood, and the importance of community. Both the sisters and retreatants are grateful to everyone who made the retreat possible and to every woman who opened her heart and her life to share with others, reports Sister Maria. Fu Shen Fu Migrant Center in Warsaw. On the second Sunday of Advent, Divine Word missionaries from the Fu Shen Fu Migrant Center in Warsaw, Poland, visited the Vietnamese Catholic community in Gdynia, a port city on the Baltic Sea, consisting of a small group of young men. Like most Vietnamese who migrate to Poland, members of this community came for jobs, mostly welding jobs, at Gdynia shipyard. On Sundays, they attend a Polish Mass in a nearby parish of the Orłowo district. But once a month, a priest from the migrant center comes to celebrate the Eucharist in their native Vietnamese. Divine Word missionaries are thankful to the parish priest and the Archbishop of Gdansk for allowing our priests to do this monthly service, and to Thomas Bedrzicki and Piotr Zukowski, parishioner, for making this possible and treating our small community with great care and open hearts. The Fu Shen Fu Migrant Center has the specific purpose of providing services to immigrants in Poland, particularly immigrants from Asia. Family ministry in Mexico challenges sisters. In October 2021, SSPS sisters arrived in the Sierra Norte of Oaxaca in the parish of San Francisco Cajonos. And personally, I was impressed by the cultural richness and natural beauty of the place, shares Sister Salud Osornio about her experience in Mexico. Little by little, we went into the communities, first getting to know the various locations and gradually entering into the pastoral work, meeting many people as well as the realities of the communities. After almost 9 months of sharing and visiting families, I set to work in family ministry. I felt very challenged because each family presented a different situation from which they suffer. One challenge is the excessive consumption of alcohol and drugs among young people, a great sadness for their mothers, especially when they see their sons, husbands, and brothers thus addicted. Only a few days after our arrival in the community, we were confronted with a case of alcoholism in a very sick young man who was convulsing in pain. Sister Socorro Lopez Rodriguez immediately called a doctor who told her what medicines to administer. Fortunately, Sister had a good first aid kit, but that night was terrible for the man. However, with the help of God, the medicines, and prayer, he managed to recover and gradually gave up alcohol and returned to his family and professional life, reports Sister Salud. Diamond Jubilee of Church in Enga, Papua New Guinea. the Divine Word missionaries in Papua New Guinea established missions from scratch. One of the missions was in the province of Enga, which eventually gave rise to today's Diocese of Walbag. From November 16 to 20, the Diocese of Walbag celebrated the 75th anniversary of the mission of the Catholic Church in Enga. On October 20th, 1947, SVD fathers William Ross, an American, and Gerard Bus, a Dutchman, went on missionary patrol to Enga, thereby establishing the Catholic Church in this province. At first, Enga territory was subject to the Bishop of Wewak, but in 1959, the Holy See established the Apostolic Vicariate of Mount Hagen, putting Enga under Bishop George Bernarding. Then in 1966, when the Holy See established the Diocese of Walbag, Enga found itself under that bishop, who is now Douglas Young. The Diamond Jubilee celebration lasted 4 days, Wednesday to Sunday, and included the unveiling and consecration of a monument commemorating the missionaries, the founders of the mission, and the Catholic Church in the province of Enga in the Diocese of Walbag. During the procession to the specially built altar on the sports field, an honor guard of children wore T-shirts that read, "Holy Childhood, Walbag Diocese, 1948 to 2022. A local priest led the commentary and greeted the honorable guests, and Walbag Bishop Arnold Arowe officiated. Of particular note was a procession with the Bible in which the fathers of families and other gentlemen sang and danced. In his homily, Bishop Arnold thanked the thousands of people from many parishes who came to celebrate despite the rain. And at the end of the Eucharist, Bishop Arnold blessed larch seedlings and distributed them to parish representatives to plant as a jubilee tree at their church or chapel, reports Joseph Masielek, SVD. If you have a comment or question about any of our stories, please email us at missionminutenews@wordnet.tv. You can also post your comments below each video on YouTube. We promise to respond. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Share with others about the channel and the variety of programs you enjoy there. Please join us every Wednesday for our online Eucharist and Adoration and Benediction of the Blessed Sacrament, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. You can always catch it later on YouTube if that's not a good time for you. Also send us your prayer requests or intentions for Eucharist by contacting us by phone at 909-383-4333 or send an email to mail@wordnet.tv. This is Mission Minute News. Until we meet again, stay safe and well, and may Jesus' love for you make you smile.